Yes, have a look at it. Oh, how gorgeous is that thing? All grey, co-designed with Cherry MX switches now on the keyboard. That nice grey finish. It looks amazing, and it comes with what you want now. Yes, Ryzen. And there's also Dell G5s as well. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of Dell's releases. But I first want to talk about this. They've brought out a new AURORA gaming desktop, and this is the R11. I'll show you the R12 in a minute. Now, I actually bought an R11 because look at it. They got like 25% off. I actually got more than that off, and I got an RTX 3080 pre-built system for like, you know, way cheaper than what you could build it if you could even get an RTX 3080. So, you know, pick up these R11s. Now, I'll tell you the difference between the R11 and the R12. Stuff all different. Let's have a look here. This is the R11, pretty much exactly the same as the R12, except you're going to get a good discount on this. This has 10th generation CPUs, okay? That's what you need to know. Now, if I go to the R12, I bought the R11 on a discount, and basically I could make mine at R12 if I really wanted. So if I go to the R12, alright, so the R12, pretty much exactly the same thing there. You know, it looks exactly the same almost. I don't think there's any difference at all, actually. Importantly here is you get the 11th gen CPUs. Okay, so that's the difference. But I think that's the only difference, okay? Now, with the 11th gen CPUs, I think what they've done is they've just activated PCI Express 4.0, because if we have a look here we go. It took me 100 years to find it, but have a look. So this is the R12, okay? Z490 chipset. What does that mean? It has the exact same motherboard as the revision 11. So this is the R12. The R11 has exactly the same motherboard. So basically all they've done is put in the 11th gen CPUs, as you see here. Also, they have activated PCI Express 4. I think only the 16 times slot, so only the graphics slot, so not for storage. But basically that's it, right? Get an R11, you should be able to put a 11th generation in the future if you want into it, even though for gaming it's not really going to matter. Who cares? So anyway, let's get into the other stuff. So if we're talking laptops, we got 2 laptops, and yes, I've passed the embargo, I can talk about it. But look at that, grey. So I don't think they're having a white and a black one now. You just get grey. Awesome. So if you have a look at these, of course we're going to get Ryzen CPUs. Not only that, QHD panels 240Hz, big thumbs up, and Full HD 360Hz. Well, you're going to have to be playing esports to get that 360Hz. Now with those Alienwares, as I said, the 5000H processor, so many people wanted that, paired with RTX 30 series graphics cards now, 3200 DDR. I'll show you the spec sheet in a sec, but they also have co-developed Cherry MX switches. So there's actually a whole website dedicated to this. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to actually compare mechanical keyboards very soon. I've got 3. Well, when I get one of these, I'll have 3 with mechanical keyboards. It'll be interesting to see which one's the best. It's a bullet point now. You have to have a mechanical keyboard in a gaming laptop, just like RGB. And it says the Ryzen system in the US, selected configurations April 20, starting at $1793. So there you go. We also have Dell G15 Ryzen editions, and they look amazing now. Look at that. I'd love that white one, or maybe the grey. Oh, they all look amazing. They don't look like sort of like entry-level gaming anymore. They used to be a bit, entry-level, a bit plasticky and that. Now they just look like premium laptops, these things. Ryzen 5000 CPUs, 3200 MHz DDR4, RTX 30 series graphics, but of course the difference here will be the displays. Obviously you won't get the premium stuff that the Alienware get, the premium materials, the magnesium and all that sort of stuff, and the displays will be good, but they won't be premium Alienware quality. 120 and 165 Hz panels, and a 360 Hz coming as well. Now I'll get into the spec sheet later. We'll see if they're full HD or not. $899 US, Wolf, that's what I'm talking about. And there will be an Intel version as well. So Frankie boy has done his job. Frank Azor, he's got AMD into these Alienwares. And something here close to my heart we have. I'm always looking at good monitors. I love monitors. Reviewing them. I've got a few to come. I've got actually a 27-inch 1440p 240Hz Alienware coming soon. A review of that. And a 360Hz monitor. So what we have here, the first gaming monitor is a 25-incher 240Hz G-Sync, available May 27 in the US, and FreeSync of course, but it is IPS. And then it says the hero of the lineup is the Dell 34-inch gaming monitor. Truly immersive gaming between 3 of the curved VA panel monitors available, 27, 32 and 34 inches. All support FreeSync Premium and Premium Pro technology. So the 27 inches 165 Hz QHD, June 22 coming out. And if we have a look here at the one they're saying is the premium one, that's the Dell 34-inch curved monitor. We're talking WQHD, 34 inches, vibrant colors, HDR 400, 90% P3, 144 Hz. Wolf, that's pretty cool. So let's have a look in the specs, and there's the specs in the reviewer's guide here. So these are the Ryzen ones, and of course there's no Thunderbolt. Now, do you get the Alienware graphics amp here? It doesn't look like it. You don't get the Alienware, so there's no eGPU option for these Ryzen ones. So I can see here left 3.2, no, there's no Thunderbolt. And type A, no Thunderbolt. HDMI 2.1, yes. Like seriously, there's new laptops with HDMI 2. What? With 30 series graphics. What are you doing? But that's interesting. You don't get the Alienware graphics amp port, so you can't use the Alienware or Thunderbolt. But anyway, yes, 5900 HX. Yeah, typical specs here. What are we talking about here? Maximum graphics power 125 watts. So there you go. Now, no 3080 option here. So they're 115 to 125 watts. Is the 3080 option only Intel? Interesting. There's the displays. I love that they've got QHD now. That's the one I would probably get with G-Sync. Yep. And then there's the weight, etc. 240 watts, 19.5 millimeters, and we're looking at 2.42 kilos, 5.34 pounds. What's the battery size? 86 watt hour battery size. So that's the battery basically from the XPS 15. Don't expect all day battery life. So if you have a look at the spec sheet for the Ryzen version, remember you can get an Intel version as well. Yep, up to 5000 series, 165 Hz, and here's the spec sheet here. Alright, so as you can see here, up to Ryzen 5800H, no HX, that's fair enough. RTX 3060, awesome. Up to 32 gigs, 180 watt power adapter and a 240 watt power adapter. Why the difference? If it's only saying here 3060, but anyway, there can be a 56 watt hour battery and an 8060 watt hour battery. Wi-Fi 6, of course. But they're saying $799 here. So I think that other press release was wrong because it's saying $799 here. So anyway, interesting. There you go. Alienware in the house. Catch you in the next one. Tally ho.